This is Fashion Fridays. Every Friday we present you with a fashion icon or topic. Today we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Comme des Garçons. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome to another one of our exclusive videos about the world's top fashion brands. Comme des Garçons was founded by a Japanese designer named Rei Kawakubo in 1969. For the first 10 years, Kawakubo focused on gaining notoriety in her native Japan. Only then did she debut her work in Paris. No one was prepared for her avant-garde style and unconventional approach to fashion design. How has this designer, with a penchant for the off-the-wall concepts, turned her brand into a multi-million-dollar business? Turning trends on their heads and offering a different perspective, Rei Kawakubo has established her name in the fashion industry after a 50-year presence. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. So, let's flip our ideas about fashion upside down, shall we? And take a look at the 15 things you didn't know about Comme des Garçons. Number 1. The journey actually began in 1942 in Tokyo, Japan. Rei Kawakubo grew up in post-war Japan. It was a time of great devastation and a long road ahead in rebuilding what was destroyed. Her father was an administrator at a local university, which she would later attend, studying fine art and literature. Number 2. Comme des Garçons has made an impact on the international fashion industry since its very first show. Having established her business in Japan during the 1970s, Rei Kawakubo was ready to expand into the European market by 1980. Having started out with women's fashion, Kawakubo had expanded her line to include menswear. In 1961, Comme des Garçons made its debut in Paris, France. The fashion world was taken aback by Rei Kawakubo's disregard for current trend and convention. The collection featured a predominance of black and prolific use of distressed fabrics. A new and disruptive presence had descended onto the heart of the fashion world. Number 3. The name Comme des Garçons may be French, but it's now rooted in Japan. Those not in the know about the Comme des Garçons brand would assume it's French. It translates into like boys. Having found out that a Japanese designer gave her brand a French name, one might assume she did so because she had aspirations to conquer the heart of fashion, which lies in Paris. Or perhaps because she was so inspired by the French and their designs. But the truth is, the name was featured in a set of 1960s song lyrics. The song was called All the Boys and Girls by French singer François Hardy. Something about the song caught Rei Kawakubo's attention, or maybe she just got it stuck in her head. Either way, the song influenced her decision to name her business Comme des Garçons. Number 4. Rei Kawakubo diversified her brand into several different lines. Determined to expand her brand, Rei Kawakubo began to look at ways in which she could bring her designs to the masses. Aside from her haute couture ranges, which many would deem unwearable for everyday use, the designer has several branches in her brand that produce more conventional clothing. By far the most popular is the Play range, which features streetwear. The gear has been worn by several prominent celebrities, including Kanye West and Rihanna. Number 5. Comme des Garçons Play clothing might cost less than you think. A Comme des Garçons Play t-shirt will set the buyer back just over $100. Hoodies, jackets, and sweaters cost a bit more. Wallets and fragrances also start around $100. The range is on sale at Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom, and Barney's. Items from the Comme des Garçons Homme range can cost upwards of $2,500. If you're looking for something completely unique, you could always consider buying the Comme des Garçons black wool felt coat, circa 1983, for a little over $30,000. Diversifying in the ways that she did has made sure that Rei Kawakubo has a steady income stream. Number 6. Fashion critics have been less than kind to Rei Kawakubo and Comme des Garçons. Other designers may have been disheartened by the opinions of critics, but let's be honest, her work speaks for itself, and it tells the viewer that Rei Kawakubo has little time for what other people think. Her first Paris show in 1981 featured so much black that her followers and fans were christened Black Crows. The 1982 show, Holes, featured models wearing moth-eaten clothing, which the designer preferred to things such as lace. Her looks have been referred to by critics as Hiroshima's revenge. Kawakubo has never seemed deterred by what others say. She sees her work as an artistic creation to share with the world, regardless of how others may interpret it. Number 7. Many Comme des Garçons pieces have been counterfeited. Like any fashion brand, Comme des Garçons has had to deal with its fair share of knockoff goods. People have actually written blog posts to help fellow fashion fans identify the fakes to save them the embarrassment of buying a counterfeit product thinking it's real. According to these bloggers, it's all in the label. The accent on the C is represented by a star on authentic products, but shoppers should be aware that counterfeiters also know this. The shape of the Play heart logo is also a dead giveaway, as is the stitching and the quality of the fabric. Number 8. Comme des Garçons has been accused of a lack of diversity. For more than 20 years, Rei Kawakubo used models of Asian and European descent, but seemed to avoid using models of African descent. This was brought into sharp focus when the issue around diversity in the fashion world in general was raised. Most fashion houses were guilty of not including enough diversity in their model selection. However, very few could be accused of total exclusion of a population demographic when selecting their models. Unfortunately, Comme des Garçons was one of them. Critics slammed Rei Kawakubo for not using African models. By 2018, she had rectified the matter and had African models on her catwalk for the first time in 20 years. Number 9. Comme des Garçons remains a privately owned, independent label. For more than 50 years, Comme des Garçons has been an independent company. The brand collaborated with external partners. However, Kawakubo insists that this is only done when it will not dilute the quality of the brand. Avoiding going public means that Kawakubo doesn't have demanding investors wanting to rein in her creativity. Rei Kawakubo remains its sole owner. Her husband, Adrian, is the company's president and chief financial officer. Kawakubo keeps her finger on the pulse of everything happening in her company and goes as far as being involved in the interior design of its stores and its advertising. Number 10. Rei Kawakubo avoids the media and discussing her personal life. As a private company, Comme des Garçons is not required to publish its annual results, although it's estimated that it generates revenues of about $280 million a year. Rei Kawakubo prefers not to speak to the press. When she does give interviews, she confines her answers to questions related to her business. She does not discuss her personal life at all. She wants to be appreciated for the work she produces, not the type of person she is. Her approach is very different to many designers who have colored more inside the lines of conventional fashion, such as Yves Saint Laurent, with whom Kawakubo shares a special honor. And Aluxers, we've covered this in detail in our 15 Things You Didn't Know About Saint Laurent video, which you can check out by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. Rei Kawakubo delivered her usual eclectic vision at her recent fall 2019 Comme des Garçons Homme show. The shock value was an important component of this year's show. The theme centered around the goth punk look. The dominant color was black, with models even sporting inky eyelids and lips. There was a combination of loose and tight-fitted items. The long tailored coat was prominent in the collection. Embracing beauty in the dark had tongues wagging, as does any Comme des Garçons collection. There was an undertone of anger in the collection as well, which many have equated to the high-running emotions on the streets of Paris. Number 12. The latest Comme des Garçons jewelry offerings have a lot of people scratching their heads. One of the latest Comme des Garçons lines to go on sale is a range of chunky neckwear that looks not only uncomfortable, but also heavy. The chains go way beyond rapper chunky, entering a whole new dimension of their own. One features whales diving in and out of the chunky centerpiece. Another is a mouthpiece featuring a large tongue. Yet another contains several eyeballs incorporated into the centerpiece. While certainly striking, these pieces of jewelry are hardly likely to fly off the shelves. Priced at $2,100 each, they're not what most people would choose for everyday wear. Number 13. Rei Kawakubo is only the second living designer to have their work exhibited at the Met Gala. In 2017, a collection of Comme des Garçons originals was featured in an exhibition at the Met Gala. Over 150 of Rei Kawakubo's couture items were displayed. The timeline of Kawakubo's design journey was evident as visitors strolled through the exhibition area. It was a true showing of the designer's growth, as well as that certain something that time has not erased from her masterpieces. Kawakubo is the second living designer to be honored this way. Yves Saint Laurent's work was also exhibited in a similar fashion back in 1983, the same time Kawakubo was launching her international career. Number 14. Comme des Garçons products are sold on a variety of platforms. The Comme des Garçons flagship store is in the fashion district of Tokyo. There are also stores in other Japanese cities such as Kyoto, Osaka, and Fukuoka. Internationally, the brand has stores in the East in cities such as Seoul, Hong Kong, Beijing, Singapore, Manila, and Bangkok, as well as Melbourne, Australia. Traditional Comme des Garçons stores are located in London and Paris. And in another flash of brilliance, the brand has guerrilla stores. They open up in cities for 1 year. Guerrilla stores have opened and closed in several European cities, including Berlin, Warsaw, Helsinki, and Reykjavik. A presence is maintained in New York as well, in the form of one of the brand's Dover Street market stores. Number 15. Comme des Garçons is a revolutionary fashion brand. Her refusal to cave into fashion convention has allowed Rei Kawakubo to pursue her passion and share it with the world. While the designer may have rubbed many contemporaries the wrong way with her unique approach, she's won plenty of fans as well. Notably, Karl Lagerfeld and Alexander McQueen have both worn her clothing. Having such discerning, albeit late designers choose to wear her clothing is a testament to the power of the revolution Kawakubo started in the fashion industry. Well, Aluxers, what do you think of the latest jewelry from Comme des Garçons? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, for sticking with us until the end and being a true Aluxer, here's your bonus. Number 16. Comme des Garçons fragrances contain a strange mix of elements. In 1998, Comme des Garçons released its Odeur 53, an anti-perfume, making it required combining 53 notes to create the final product. These included sand dunes, mountain air, flaming rock, laundry blowing in the breeze, and oxygen. The combination of all 53 led to a unique scent favored by many men for its earthy fragrance. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.